So we've got our hands on the BlackBerry Q5. Of course, it's another BlackBerry handset for the BlackBerry Massive to get excited about. So let's get it out the box. Now, as we know, it is a more affordable alternative to the premium BlackBerry Q10. It's also the third BlackBerry 10 smartphone to hit the market and second BB10 QWERTY. Now let's turn it on and put it to the side. You'll also find all the boring paperwork, setup guide, the usual smattering of user guides in different languages. You get your headphones, UK and US plugs, all the usual smartphone box content. Now you're looking at a square Q5 with an all-plastic build. There's no metal, there's no glass weave in sight. And it's fair to say it's not really a head turner, but it feels relatively solid, just not as solid as the Q10. The good news is it doesn't feel too light and cheap. Now, one of the most noticeable features is, of course, its keyboard, which is more reminiscent of a curve than a bold handset. In fact, let's put it side by side with the Q10, and as you can see, the Q10 further bolsters this observation. So we're clearly looking at two significantly different keyboards, which could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. Now, a quick typing test tells us it's not as easy to type on as the Q10. As we know, the Q10 offers an excellent typing experience. Now, you can't help but notice the significant difference in build quality as well. So the Q5's plasticky back just doesn't feel as premium as the Q10's glass weave design, which is of course a testament to its affordability. But it matches the Q10 in the screen department at 3.1 inches, but it's LCD as opposed to AMOLED. The colours appear just as vivid. As you can see, text is sharp, and its 720p screen actually appears brighter than the Q10, and both are at maximum brightness. Now, untrue to form, the back panel is actually non-removable, and there's no micro HDMI port, and the micro SIM and SD card ports are hidden by a side flap. Flip it round and you'll find its 5-megapixel camera with an LED flash. And of course, this supports the time shift mode we've seen on the Z and Q10 and other hardware features that I've noticed include a speaker grille down at the bottom and top and headphone jack next to the power button. Now, as you've probably noticed, software is identical to the Z and Q10, so we won't spend too much time on that. But of course, what you're looking at is the hub unified inbox, the digital camera, gestures, all the cool things we've seen before. And finally, we know the Q5 is packing a dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor, and it appears to be handling BB10 pretty fluidly. Animations and transitions and apps are all flowing pretty smoothly. So for a budget phone, things are looking pretty good at this stage. So if you're after BB10 on a budget, the Q5 looks like it may be worth a look in. And as ever, look out for a full review on stuff.tv very soon.